Hey there, how's it going? I'm here at a hostel in Honolulu. I just spent a week in Kauai, which is the next island over from Oahu here, where Honolulu is the largest city and capital of Hawaii. People have been posting comments under my videos. I posted some videos from Kauai saying, what are you doing in Hawaii right now when there is a volcano erupting? People are seeing news stories of the volcano. It is quite devastating for people that are in the vicinity of the volcano. Fissures are opening up, lava is flowing, there is ash and gas and everything coming out of the volcano. People are losing their homes, and so it is quite a disastrous situation. And so why did I choose to come to Hawaii on a vacation now when there's a volcano going off? So I have a map here that will help to illustrate the situation. The island paradise of Hawaii. Here is where I am currently, Honolulu, right there on the island of Oahu. Here is the island of Kauai, where I just flew here to Oahu 2 days ago. And the volcano is over here. You can see it right there on the island of Hawaii. Hawaii Island, also known as the Big Island for obvious reasons. It is about as big as all the other ones combined. And so the distance from the volcano to Kauai, where I was before, is approximately the same distance as from Los Angeles to San Francisco, more than 300 miles. And so if there was a volcano going off in Los Angeles, or mudslides or an earthquake or whatever, then the people in San Francisco would not be, running for the hills saying, oh my God, there's a volcano erupting in California, therefore we're all, at risk or whatever. That is a great deal of distance. You would be feeling like, okay, I'm a long ways from the problem over here. This is the best place to be. That is the, furthest distance you can get in Hawaii from where the action is. And so the news reports, can kind of make it seem like the whole Hawaiian Islands are, erupting, exploding. It's just like this catastrophe everywhere, and that is not the case at all. It is occurring on only one of the 8 Hawaiian Islands, and on only one part of the island that it is happening on. I have a friend who lives in the northern part of the Big Island, and she is seeing no effects from the volcano there, and she is on the island that the volcano is erupting on. And so as to the question of is it a good idea to travel to Hawaii now or in the future when the volcano might get worse or might come back and be erupting again, it just depends entirely on the specific situation. At the moment, it is still, active. It is erupting daily. Lava is flowing and everything, but it is not a, totally apocalyptic situation of destroying the whole island or, destroying all of the Hawaii Islands. That is, extremely unlikely that is going to be what ultimately happens here. And so, to the best of my understanding, then it is perfectly fine to visit all of the other islands. Certainly, I am actually flying to Maui here tomorrow, and going to be visiting someone there, and they, are there, and things are fine there. You might get some of the VOG, the volcanic fog from the volcano coming over there, but it's not like it's, volcanic lava flowing all over the place. And so it is perfectly fine to visit the other islands. As for the Big Island itself, then I'm not going to say, visit or don't visit. As far as I know, then you can still fly there and go visit there. You are taking your chances as to whether the eruption gets worse or not, and it depends on where you are on the island. And so this kind of brings up an issue when it comes to traveling in general, which is, is it safe? You see news reports of whatever happening in some foreign country, protests in Athens, Greece, or riots in Thailand, or whatever, a terrorist attack at the airport in Istanbul, and you think, well, don't go there. That place is dangerous. And it is important to keep in mind that these are very often isolated events that are occurring in one particular place at one particular time. You see news footage of protests getting unruly in Athens, and you think, well, strike Greece off the map. Meanwhile, that occurred in a few square blocks or whatever in one city in Greece on one particular day, maybe just for a few hours of that day. That does not mean that the whole country is in a state of madness and chaos and unrest and violence and danger. That means that one thing happened in one place, and meanwhile the Greeks in other parts of Greece are like barely paying it any mind. Yeah, they see something on the news same as you did, but that doesn't affect where they are in Thessaloniki or on the Peloponnesus or on the Greek islands or whatever. Things can be completely normal and most often are quite normal and peaceful in other places in these countries where various events are happening. And so just because you see a news story from a place, it could be in the United States. There have been many terrible news stories happening here in the U.S. That doesn't mean that it is unsafe to travel to the United States in general, and that is the case for most of these other countries as well, unless there's a full-on war going on or famine or whatever. And so it is something to keep in mind when it comes to traveling the world in general. Is most places in the world, then life goes on as normal, even if there is some event happening in some place in some country, and that does not necessarily mean that it is unsafe for you to travel there. All right, thanks for watching, and more coming from Hawaii. Aloha.